What's up, Fit Fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a very specific review on my brand new knee brace. So right here I have the ICARUS Ascender knee brace. So it is kind of a funny name. It's kind of hard to pronounce when you're just like reading it offline. But this knee brace is completely made up of medical grade 3D printed material, all except the bands here that are going to be Velcroed on and off your leg. But apart from that, it is completely 3D printed. Pretty cool, huh? Now, per usual, I did find this knee brace on a Facebook ad. I was simply just scrolling and it popped up and I was like, oh my gosh, I need a new knee brace. The one I've had previously for like the last 5.5 or so years was not supposed to be for multiple knee surgeries. I had it specifically designed after my very first ACL reconstruction when I was 30. So that was 6 years ago. And I was supposed to go back and get it resized as my leg grew. And if you guys do not know, I was shipped to the East Coast from where I was. I was in Iowa. I got brought out to the East Coast and that was pretty much the end of that. I never got to resize my knee brace. I never got to really change it in any way, shape, or form. So my knee brace was kind of just stuck. Did I use it? Yes. Did it fit right? No. Now, did it cause any problems because it didn't fit right? No, it was just more of like an annoyance. It always slipped down my leg, or it didn't fit right, or the Velcro was coming off. It was just kind of like a waste. Unfortunately, I didn't get the use out of it that I would have liked if the brace was able to grow with me over time or be resized after I had each surgery. But here we are, about 6 or so years later, and I had enough. I needed a new knee brace, knee sleeve, knee something. And you guys know, you've probably seen all my videos too, I usually have a variety of things going on my leg. Whether it's like a patellar tendon, kind of like a wrap, a knee sleeve, different sizes of knee sleeves, sleeves from different companies. I've had pretty much everything. In all honesty, the knee brace that I really wanted is actually one that one of my friends has. And it was specifically for a meniscus injury. She had a meniscus tear. She got it fixed. The knee brace that she has is exactly what I want. But apparently that is not available to people who have other knee issues, even though it does include meniscus. But for some reason, it just did not include me. And so I keep getting stuck with braces like this. Not saying that this is bad, it's just not exactly what I wanted, but I did need an updated version. So here we are with the ICARUS Ascender knee brace. And a couple of the very cool features about this knee brace is the fact that it is 3D printed. You can hear that. It's medical grade. It has my last name 3D printed into the side so nobody can just like walk off with it. I did have some problems getting it ordered, and the person that I was dealing with, like the representative, was either really unorganized or he was just completely over his head with everything he was doing for this company. So that was kind of a disaster. So one of the other cool features is it has this knob right here on the side. You can hear that. So this knob actually is supposed to take up to 40 pounds off of your knee. Now, I've worn this a few times doing a variety of different things. And does this work? It helps, I'll say. It does what it's supposed to do to a certain extent. Obviously, it's not going to be a fix-all. It's not going to be a magic pill for anything by any means. But it is pretty cool because, you know, if you've had knee surgery, your leg does not bounce back just like that. You know, it takes time to build muscle, and especially me having my 5th knee surgery, and I seem to have surgery every single year. My leg never really has a chance to bounce back at all. My muscle just never has a real shot at, you know, coming back. This little button right here is what loosens it. So once you tighten it, you know, you want to be able to loosen it. So it does move and bend like you're supposed to. I'll try it on for you guys here in just a minute, but I want to talk real quick about the process of getting this. Now, it is covered by your insurance if you can get your doctor to word it correctly. This was my problem, was the representative that I talked to from ICARUS. I actually met him at a Panera Bread which was kind of sketchy. Like, I thought that I was gonna meet him at like an office or something, but he gave me the address to a Panera Bread. I walk in, he has his cell phone, like literally this is it, this is all he has. I stand up and he takes a scan. He just goes around my leg. You know, he's holding the phone. He just goes around my leg and it scans the size of my knee. Now, my legs are bow-legged, so it was ideal for me to get it scanned. They did give me the option just to measure it myself, but I wanted this to be as specific as possible and to fit as best it could. So that was kind of cool, sketchy, but cool. Kind of thought that I may get murdered along the way because I was like, who is this dude? Why am I meeting him at a Panera Bread? But he tells me it's gonna take 8 to 10 days to get it made and shipped to me, cool, whatever. I was led to believe that my insurance approved this, and then after like a week goes by, I found out that my insurance did not approve it. It was a disaster. I'll say that. This knee brace was like $1,300 or $100, $1,200, something like that, with insurance. Now, if you can get your doctor to write it very specifically, I was unapproved because my doctor did not put in the note that I have a deformity of my leg or my knee, which requires said brace, and it also didn't include the size of my leg. Apparently they wanted measurements. Well, the representative I talked to literally word for word texted me what I was supposed to have the doctor say in order to get it approved. So I sent the doctor's office this big long thing and I said, it has to say this, it has to say that, word for word, it has to say all of this stuff, and it still got unapproved. So if you talk to a representative, I hope that they can actually help you get this approved by your insurance, because mine would have been completely paid for minus like 60 bucks. But instead, I had to pay $600 for this brace, which is nice, by the way, but $60 is a heck of a lot better than $600, especially if my insurance can approve it. So there's that little tidbit. That was super fun. But like I said, hopefully you get a representative that is with it, because mine was just like off in la la land. I don't know how many times I had to give him my email address. Dude, I gave you my email address like 27 times, but for some reason he just couldn't get his shit together. So back to this brace. I'm gonna try it on for you. The representative was actually supposed to go over how to use it with me. Had I not already had a brace similar to this, I probably would have really appreciated somebody to go over this with me, especially this little knob here. But for some reason, he just like fell off the side of the earth after I made my purchase, which is, again, sketchy, but whatever. I did get the product, so I guess I can't complain too much, because if I would have paid $600 and got nothing in return, I probably would have been very, very upset. So let's go ahead and try on my really fancy ICARUS Ascender knee brace. So if you've never had a brace before, you need to go into this with your knee partially bent. So I'm going to turn to the side. My knee is partially bent here. And then when you put the brace on, start at your kneecap. And then you can kind of fold it around your leg. Now I've had this on a few times already, so I've already adjusted the Velcro, so I don't really need to do a whole lot. But you want to make sure that it fits around the side of your knee. So here is my kneecap. Here is kind of where the bend of my knee is. So you want to make sure that that lines up really well. You don't want it too far out, and you don't want to push way back. So it's going to sit right about center. And then you can fold the brace around your leg. Now when you put this on, you don't want to start at the bottom and Velcro all the way up, or at the top and Velcro all the way down. I like to start right in the center. Turn to the side here. So you can see that I have these little clips and a hook. So that's where it's supposed to go when you latch it. And that click you just heard, that was it locking in place. like so. So right now, it's nice and loose, but I can tighten it. So what that knob did, it took some of the weight off of my knee. And then this button right here, you hit that, and it kind of just resets it. So it's back to pretty much 0 pounds, if that's what you want to call it. And then you can just tighten it. Now, what does this do exactly? It helps you kind of get up and down, so that way you're not putting as much pressure on your knee, trying to push yourself up off the floor or up off the couch. Kind of does some of the work for you. And then, now I'll put in the description box down below the website. What I did is I went to the website, a box pops up, you put your information in there, like your phone number, your name, stuff like that, your email, and a representative will get a hold of you. Now, I am not affiliated with this company whatsoever. I simply found them on a Facebook ad, and the representative that I had to deal with, he was completely oblivious to just the basics of customer service and trying to help me get this brace. Now, I did receive the brace very quickly after I paid for it. It was just the hassle of having my doctor write the script a specific way. That way it was covered by my insurance, and then I didn't even find out that my insurance didn't cover it until very last minute. The company, the ICARUS company, apparently for their records needs it to say certain things in a certain way, and that's where my insurance company was like, no thank you, you get to pay for it out of pocket. So $600 later, here I am, I have my new brace. It does have a warranty on it, so ask about that. Make sure if this is something that you want, if you've had a lot of surgeries or you want something that's very specific to you, you need to make sure it's the custom one. They can give you one that's like off the shelf version. Clearly that's going to be a cheaper version if your insurance doesn't cover it. But if you want something to fit you that's very specific to you, splurge and get the custom fit, which is what I did. Hopefully your insurance covers it. Hopefully your doctor can write your script the way it needs to be, so that way it's covered like mine should have been. Clearly I'm very butthurt about it. It's pretty much what we got going on. I will post some clips so that way you guys can see the ICARUS Ascender knee brace in use, me actually getting some use out of it and doing the things that I want to do safely. So until next time, guys, don't forget to tap that subscription button. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time.